I've been doing more and more non-gameplay videos lately, not necessarily because I am trying to switch away from, Elite Dangerous gameplay, mostly because I see things that are happening in the game, the development itself and the game itself and the community itself that I feel need addressing. And my recent videos have received, mixed feedback because there are people who are super fans of the game who don't want you to say anything negative about their game. There's people who are super don't like the game. They want you to say crap about the game. And then there's a bunch of people in the middle who just want a good game and they want someone to advocate for the things that they want in the game rather than just what we're getting. That's one part of the whole situation. So today, I didn't really feel like making another gameplay video because it's the same thing over and over again and I didn't want to do it. So today I want to address a comment that I received that is indicative of several comments that I've received from people who don't really follow my channel. They watch one video and get an opinion of what I think about the whole situation without having a nuanced understanding of where I'm coming from. The comment was something to the effect of, the developers need to make money and the developers work and they need to be compensated for what they do and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, I never said that they didn't. I never said that they shouldn't. I never said that they didn't deserve to get compensated for what they did. And in a couple of my videos, I made a point of acknowledging that, yes, the companies need to make money. The companies need to make a profit. The developers need to be paid. There is money that needs to be put into this whole situation so that development can happen so that we eventually get something that we actually want out of our time. The issue that I've been making over the course of several videos is not that I don't think that we should ever have to pay money. I don't think that it should just be a free-to-play game. I don't think that anybody should really be playing the game if they haven't contributed something to the process. My issue is that and I want to make it very clear again, it's my price to benefit ratio that we're getting. We are not getting nearly enough value for the money that they are expecting us to give them, and their pricing model has shifted way more towards greed rather than a fair business model, and this is the problem that I have. And even that is not really the primary point of the video that I'm making today. This is all preamble to my point. My point is that you as the viewer have a very serious responsibility when it comes to interacting with content creators. Okay? Now, I don't care. You want to leave a comment on my video because you disagree with what I said? It is what it is. Any comment that you leave on my channel boosts engagement. And so, it does me good when you disagree with me. But as I always say, I try to be very no bullshit about everything that I do. And especially when I'm on camera, I try to go out of my way to make sure I tell you what I believe to be the 100% honest truth with no fluff or no bullshit. And I believe that you as a viewer and I as a viewer have a responsibility to make sure that we truly understand the context of what someone says before we jump to a conclusion about what it is that they're saying. And you can't really get that context by watching a single video. To be able to really understand where a person is coming from, you need to understand who that person is, how they think. You need to have a history of what they said. And, if you feel strongly enough about something to leave a comment, you might want to take a moment to go and consume some of their other stuff so that you can get a better opinion of where they're coming from before you open your mouth. Because anybody who gets on my videos and starts talking about, you have to pay the developers, you have to pay the developers, you have to pay the developers. Well, I've said that myself multiple times in multiple videos. And for you to get into my video and start bringing points to me that are A, super obvious and redundant, and B, make it seem like I'm saying something that I'm not, well, then that shows that you're just not paying attention to anything that I'm doing. And I don't know. Everybody has different thresholds for where they're going to leave a comment. Some people just feel the need to fire something off and they're going to do what they're going to do. But if you want to be taken seriously, and for me as a content creator to take your comment seriously, you need to put in your due diligence to make sure that you're not saying something that makes you look dumb. Because if you get on my comments, this person is what it is. Again, I don't care. I'm not really that butthurt about it. It's more about the concept. The reason I'm making this video is A, I don't really feel like making a gameplay video. But B, I believe in teaching concepts. And so the comment itself brought up a concept that I want to get across to my audience and anybody else who comes across this specific video. If you want to engage in a conversation with somebody about something, you need to make sure that you know what you're talking about, right? Like, if you just jump into a conversation based off of some half-assed information, you're going to end up looking really dumb when the other person shows you that, oh, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So to jump into a video and just leave it's just, and it's mostly these longer comments where people want to leave me like dissertations about what I said in my video. It's like, don't you have anything better to do with your time than to go talk to somebody who has, what, 3,500 subscribers? Like, there's much bigger fish out there. But it makes you look dumb when you say things that are directly contradicted by other work that I put out onto the internet. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video, relatively briefly. I wanted to talk about how, you know, there's going to be people who just don't care. They just want to leave an angry comment because, fuck you, I don't like you, I'm just going to make sure you fucking know it. Okay, fine. Go for that. But for the rest of you who want to have, you know, reasonable discussions about things, you really do need to put more time into what you're doing than just watching someone's video and then immediately firing off a response. Because it's just, you're not going to get an intelligent thought out there based off of who you're talking to if you don't know anything about them. If your standard process is, I'm going to watch a video and then based off of what that person said in this video, I'm going to leave a comment talking about how you should do this and you should do that and you should do this, then to me, you look really dumb when you say something to me that I've already said in another video. I mean, seriously, I've said multiple times, I understand they need to get paid. I understand that it's a business and that they need to work and that they need to charge reasonable amounts of money to keep the production going, that they need to make a profit, that there's all of these things that as a business they need to do. I've said it in at least 2 different videos now. But because this person only watched the one video and they allowed their emotional state to decide that, nope, I'm going to write a comment, this guy sucks. To me, he looks really dumb because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Because I myself have said those very same things in different videos, and the video I was making at the time was not talking about the fact that the company needed money. It was talking about we're getting conned into paying more money than we really should be paying for the bullshit that they're giving us, and that was my point. And people just get so fixated and locked in on their idea of what the person on the other side of the camera is trying to say, and that's specifically because they don't take the time to go actually get to know the person that they're listening to. So my recommendation to you as a viewer is, if you watch a content creator, before you start forming a real opinion of that content creator, go watch more of their videos. Preferably videos that are vaguely related to the video that you're watching now. Like if it's a news content creator and they have a bunch of different videos about news related stuff, go watch their other content and get an idea of where they're coming from. And then if you still think they're just constantly acting like jackasses, okay, now you kind of have a basis for judging the person. But if you're just watching one video where they talk about one specific subject and not really including anything else in that, you're basing your judgment of the person off of really incomplete and bad information. It takes time and effort to actually get a good opinion and a good understanding of anything in the world. One video is never going to do it. So that's all I wanted to say. I am here trying to build my own tiny little platform based off of telling you guys what I believe to be no bullshit stuff. And that's what I'm trying to get to. So when you watch my videos, those of you who actually watch more than just the one video at a time, when you watch my videos, understand that everything that I say is in the context of my entire opinion, and I don't always go over my entire opinion every time I talk about a subject, because that would take fucking forever. Sometimes you just have to narrow it down to the specific thing you want to cover. And if you're going to watch YouTube videos online and watch content creators, if you want anybody to take you seriously, you have to take the entire context, which means you're going to have to spend a little bit of time figuring out what that context is. And I'm sorry that that's the way that it is, but it is what you need to do. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. If you'd like to contribute to the channel, I do have PayPal and Patreon links in the video description, as well as the thanks button just below the video itself. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.